you. We are trophies because we are women. We are strong. We are brave. We are educated, not because of what we look like. Every woman is a beautiful woman despite the color of their skin. Don't forget that.
Okay, she put an exclamation on that. That was beautiful. And you know what, to our listeners out here, the color of your skin. This was a light-skinned sister, Team Light, that had her issues with the fact that someone tagged her as a trophy wife. She's more than the color of her skin. As Sheridan says, she's more than the color of her beautiful skin. Every woman at this table has a backstory. And the thing is, you want to be judged by your character. Thank you, Martin Luther King Jr., for instilling that statement, because it shouldn't matter what hue you are. If you're light, you're dark, you're not loved, you're accepted more in society because you're light. You consider bitter and angry because you're dark. And the main essence I said from the first hour is we're trying to promote Team Sisterhood. Stop judging one another, from the words of T.N. King, because she's about to go off the train. Stop judging one another. Look at each other and lift them up. You don't know why that person is hurting. Jennifer is hurting. Kim earlier, Miss Kimberly Red was hurting when she told her story. Not hurting because they're not happy in their skin, but the fact that people judged them wrong. And we shouldn't do that. And people would judge, and I'm saying it to you, Miss Sheridan, they would judge her wrong all the time and miss the mark. And I just met her today, and I could feel her spirit. Beautiful person. Felicia, beautiful girl. Judy, myself, Renata, Mary, Shari, every girl, Leslie, T.N. King, in this show tonight. Everyone has a story.
I'm beautiful, too, ain't I?
Yeah, you're beautiful on the male spectrum because you chose a caramel girl.
Yeah.
Or if you chose a light one, you still would have been beautiful. Or a dark one because you went for the heart, or my profile without my double chin.
Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick is jump in for a second. Danae, I want to give you a chance to say something real quick, and then we're going to take you off there. Say something real quick. Danae, are you there?
Thank you so much. And so, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just got to say, well, to all my sisters in the studio, I'm wrapping y'all in love, and especially my light sister. I'm over here in tears with her. It boils down to one simple thing. It is truly about the heart, and we have to stop thinking things, and we have to retrain our brains most of all. It's called that mindset mastery, where, okay, we were brought up maybe believing these things, influenced by these things, but we need to get rid of that. And sometimes it's the crabs in the bucket mentality, too, where we don't want to see our sisters doing good or what they look like. At the end of the day, we can't control how we was born, look, and all of those things, but to look beyond that and just to say, I am my sister's keeper. I am going to have my sister's back, regardless of what she looks like. It is about her heart, and at the end of the day, we are empowered to power, or I should say, we are empowered to empower our sisters, to encourage them, to promote them, and bring them up. And we only go as far as our next sister. So if you want to keep pushing your sisters down, you're blocking your blessings. But if you want to lift your sisters up, you are going to go on to much higher roads. And I just have to say, I love all my sisters in the studios that's listening. And however I can have your back, just reach out.
Hey, Danae, thank you very much.
Show.
All right. Hey, Bernard has been just going in and out, in and out, in and out. So, Bernard, are you there? I wanted Mr. Kelly.
I think you are doing that on purpose.
No, man, you know I wouldn't do that to you, man. Talk to me briefly real quick, because I know you've been trying to stay on the line. I don't know if it's been dropping or not, but talk to me a few seconds about this subject.
This entire subject should be handled just the way I'm doing it right now. I can't tell from the telephone who's light and who's dark.
Go on
the
Facebook.
One young lady just spoke, and she said you judge people by who they are, not by their color. And she's 100% right. You are who you are. Now, I will admit, being a very dark-skinned guy, I am, I guess, just naturally attracted to light-skinned women. I don't know. Opposites attract. I don't know. Shari out there, she's beautiful to me. Judy, she's beautiful to me. Now, Shari's light, Judy's in the middle somewhere. It just is what it is. But a person that is beautiful is a person that I can sit down and have a conversation with, who has the intellect, that we're equals, and it has nothing to do with their color. Yeah. Absolutely nothing.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate you calling it in and telling us that we need to have another man's perspective. These women are fighting. They want to say their last words here. So I'm gonna let
Do
them
what you
get
do,
back.
man. Thank you for having me on the show, and keep doing what you do. I will be a active person forever now.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bernard.
All right,
Kelly.
baby, go ahead and take the couple of minutes before I jump back in and
Well,
hotchkotch.
you know what? I want to give the mic over to Shari. I brought her back this hour because I want to hear that lovely, beautiful person Bernard Kelly thought was just so beautiful. Say something here.
So she's forcing you to talk, Shari. So say something to us, please.
Into the mic,
Yeah.
girl.
Well, I told you guys earlier about the confidence thing and the interview thing and going in and getting a job, and pretty much I can walk in and look at them and they look at me and they immediately are kind of shaking their head in agreement before I open my mouth. And as long as I sound halfway intelligent, I know I'm going to get that job. As a matter of fact, recently I changed my Facebook name. And it's because I know that employers now go on your Facebook page and they're trying to see what you say. And I probably sound like a racist with some of the stuff that I say because I'm very, very honest about what's going on with Hands Up, racist policemen, black issues, all of that's going on. I'm very, very honest about that. So I had to change my Facebook page. And it matters. It matters because we are black. We are looked at differently. If I was white, I wouldn't even have to deal with any of that. They'd be on Facebook, and they're standing on bars and dancing and having a good time and, smoking weed, and they will still get the job. But for us, it matters. So, yeah, there are things that I've had to deal with. And when the ladies talk about how people perceive them, they look at me, and, yeah, they want to say, immediately, she's probably going to be bougie. And then when they meet me, they're like, oh, she's really nice. Like they're surprised. Oh, she's a nice person. She got a good heart. Man, she'll give you anything. What do you expect? You expect me to not be nice? That's crazy.
Well, we have a long way to go, Shari, with all of that. One thing I can say with the whole purpose of this show is in the beginning was Team Light, Team Dark, and now rolling down to our last few minutes of trying to regain Team Sisterhood. If you could walk out of this studio today, let's go around the table with one word about the person next to you. What would you say to them? One word, starting with Felicia. I have to look at her. And Felicia will look over to Renata. What would be your one word you would say about Renata?
Beautiful.
Renata to Sheridan.
Radiant.
Sheridan to Jennifer.
Intelligent.
Jennifer to Miss T and King.
Dynamic.
Miss T and King to Shari.
Vibrant.
Shari to Brenda.
Love.
And Brenda to Mary. It's a 2-word.
The only person who's not going to do one word, of course. Go ahead.
Well, what I wanted to say with her, just love too. But I would have to say more than one word. It's love, because this is my friend since kindergarten. So we got a long history of Carmel up in the place. So.
Okay.
You the police.
Oh, okay. I don't want to just say one word.
Right. But I said it, so.
Beautiful. I mean, beautiful inside and out. And I really have to say that about all the ladies that are here this evening in the studio. I mean, this is what Brenda and I surround ourselves with. Beautiful women of all personalities, versatilities. I mean, it's just love.
It is, and that was a good way to wrap it up, because I feel love from everyone. And what I want to say, you have something to say, baby? What I want to say is this project could not have happened, and this is not a speech for Oscar, baby, but this project could not have happened because if it wasn't for every one of you guys. And kudos to where she at, I don't know, working as usual. Tracy, when I told her the vision of, hey, I watched this show and we need to do this because I'm still seeing this. I thought it died, but it's 2015. It's still going on. Tracy said, I'm on it on my end. Then she recruited Renata. Renata just like, girl, I love you. I mean, she just flew back. So it's like she making braces. We doing stuff, calling people. And then I remember when I talked to Shari, Shari said, anything Tracy want, I got her. And that just made me feel so good. And then Sheridan got on board from via of a friend of mine's, Hope, your cousin. Jennifer comes with the territory. She's the daughter, you know. And T.N. King and Leslie and who else is old timer over here? Y'all just know when we call you always responsive, which I love. I really, truly appreciate that. I appreciate also Kim over there for telling her story. I already gave her her shout out, baby. You got to be in the room. I don't never disrespect. And then, of course, you got Bernadine and Fifi over here. They newbies with Judy. They just came on in with Shari and just fit right on in. And that's what I love about it, because once you're on here one time, you stuck with the McCain Train. You got to keep coming on back and rolling on.
Y'all ain't coming back. It's too many of y'all. I'm
sorry. You ain't been around this many fine women.
Mercy. I can't take this many women around here. I didn't get bossed around so much. I feel like a 2-year-old.
Miss T and King says, can she say something
real quick?
I just want to say something to Team Sisterhood. There's somebody out there who wants your milk chocolate skin, your caramel skin, your peanut butter skin. Somebody wants what you have. And just appreciate what God has given you, because you are beautiful. Look at yourself in the mirror and point out everything that you love about yourself. And if you hate it, find a reason to love it, because somebody else would love to have what you have been given to you. So It's all about self-love.
Yeah, you know, I know that everybody still wants to have some, but we're going to go into the last stop of the McCain Train. Oh, yeah. And I know I haven't said that much, but baby, what's the last stop of the McCain Train? What are we going to be talking about?
The last stop on the McCain Train?
Last stop.
Okay, it's pulling into our last stop, and we want to thank all of our shades of Black beauty for joining us on this ride tonight and participating in the video interviews, the house interviews, participating in hands-on making jewelry, participating on coming on the show. Oh, and before we leave, Sheridan, where can people get your book at? What's the name of that book again, and where can they purchase it at?
The name of my book is Pretty for a Dark-Skinned Girl. It is my memoir, my personal story. You can get it at www.sheridansdavis.com. That's SHERIDANSDAVIS.com.
Well, look at her.
Okay, so now the one man is going to take over for the rest of the few minutes. Baby, I need to find out from you what we're going to be talking about next week. I know you knew that was going to do that all the time.
What we'll be talking about next week. Okay, people, this is a good one. Leslie, are you still in the house? Okay, next week we'll be talking about I like them, but how many kids? What is your limit? So, I mean, you know, the brother fine, but he got 6 kids by 4 different women. What are you to do? What? Yeah, what?
You know, I just want to add in as the last part of it is that I think that for a man, we're not necessarily, we don't really understand the situation that's going on with the team light, team dark, Team Karma, whatever color you all want to be now. You know, we don't really understand it because we don't go through it as much, but we need to have a better understanding of what our women are going through, or what our children are going to go through, what our daughters are going to go through. We have to be able to listen and hear this more and understand it so we can help a dark-skinned young lady understand that no matter how dark you are, you're beautiful. The father, you tell her that they're beautiful, continues to reinforce in them a light-skinned young lady to let them know that they're beautiful. Your child is beautiful regardless. I've been blessed to have some beautiful women in here today that have been able to educate me on some things that you hear on television, but you never see the emotions until you start seeing someone crying, or you see the conversation and how they've gathered together so great with each other. And it's so funny how they're listening to everything I'm saying right now, too, which is really great. But I'm so proud of my wife and Tracy and them for bringing up the show. They probably figured that I didn't want that because I wasn't going to do that much talking. But it's always important that you allow the woman in your life to do great things, because if you allow her to do great things, you're great because of her. Men, always remember, the greatness that you have is stored in your woman. Light, dark, anything. You're blessed because she's in your life. Thank you for listening to the Let's Stay Together show. I'm your host, Reverend Rick McCain, along with my baby, my girl, my boo, Author Brenda McCain. We'll see you next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Woo-woo!